guys, welcome back. Today I'll be chiseling a deer sculpture. So this one can be a little bit tricky. I've had problems with it trying to replicate this again, but I believe we can do it today. I've chosen a creative block to chisel with today because when chiseling with the granite stone or any other stone variants, it's got a lot of textures. As pretty as they are, they can be a little bit jarring to see the voxels you're chiseling. So what we need first is the 2x1 block. So 2 high, 1 block width. And then right click to chisel them. And now we need to get to this stage, just a basic outline. And as you can see, it is actually trimmed down. I will be using the planer tool. So how you use the planer tool, you right click and it always only adds 1 voxel's width. Right click to add, left click to take away, and these are like, I got it on island mode at the moment, and there's also an undo button, but it only undoes the very last block change. See, like that. So we know, or I know, that it's this second size here, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 3 across, and then the next stage lower. But first, let's trim off the edges first. So I believe it's 2, 3, 4 times on the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there it is actually trimmed up as well. So it is 1, 2, 3 on both sides. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now we will trim this up a little bit more. This is just to get the basic shape. I won't be going through exactly how it is at the back there, but it's just a guide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take those off. 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to take those off. And then it's this one here. I'm just going to plane that. Okay, so we need 1 and another 1 because we do shorten it up. So that's our basic shape. And the reason why I've trimmed the all sides is because we need the additions of the legs to go out further than the body and the ears. And if you don't do that and you just do it with the blocks and get the shape, being a thick boy, you're going to have to add more blocks to it. So now we got this shape, I'm going to work on the legs gap, the little bit of the front, and then the face shape. I'm just good. Oh, for goodness sake, I'm pressing all the buttons today. I'm going to choose that one, and I'm just going to go like that. And I know that is one of these at the front. So as you can see, it is actually a little bit thicker than on the guide. So what you could do is just trim it off, or you can just alter it as you go, like have it a different shape. Sorry, that has actually thrown me off a little bit. So I'm just going to trim it off here. Yeah. And start shaping the legs again. Right, so I'm going to switch the chisel size to a 2x2. Just counting up here, it's a free gap between the front legs and the back legs. So I'm just going to trim this up a little bit more. Now, to be honest, I don't think it makes much difference one way or the other. I'm just going to chisel that back. But I'm a creature of habit. So I'm going to do it as much as possible to how I previously did in those steps. I'm just going to use the planer tool, because otherwise we're going to be here for a very long time. And just keep shaping the legs. Right, so now we got the bottom shape of the legs, and I'm just making sure that the width of the abdomen is correct, and it is. So that's like for those 2x2s. Now this is thicker than I would actually like, so I'm just going to trim it up. Don't worry about that bit. So I'm just trimming it up again because I don't like how thick it is. That's just my preference. I'm going to do the deer snout. Yeah. Okay, so I like the shape of it as is now, the width of it. So I'm going to go with the 2x2 and start taking away and adding the foxholes to the shape of the snout. That looks like a duck. But don't worry, it won't look like a duck at the end unless I've done something really, really bad. So yeah, I'm just going to soften the curve with adding a single foxholes in between each bit. See, now because I didn't follow the steps, I actually prefer how this is looking to the actual step. Because present me apparently likes this one better. Who knew? Right, so now we want to work on the curve of the backside. No way around it. And we want to add in the ears and start working on just defining more of the details. So I'm going back to the 2x2 foxholes and just adding the general shape. Doesn't have to be the finished product right now. It's just plonking it there so I know to work on it. And now I'm going to work on like subtracting the foxholes, chiseling away from them, and just basically put that sort of elbow curve that you get with deers. And I don't like how the shape of the backside, so I'm going to trim that shorter off. And then we have it. We got the basic back shape. And I'm going to soften and chisel away the front with the 2x2, and I'm going to add in the ears now. And just single foxholes. And that's a very simplistic cow ear right there. And then I'm going to go deeper by 2 foxholes upwards. Thicken it, not deeper. I keep saying deeper for some reason. I am sorry. I'm going to thicken them up. Okay, so we got the basic face shape. We got the ears and the backside. So I'm going to just add a little bit more foxholes just on the underside of the snout, just to give it a little bit of a softer feel to it. And then we are not that one, this one. We are going to start defining the face a little bit more. Now you don't have to do this. This is what I like. I'm going to thin out the neck a bit. We didn't do the, yeah, we do the little tail, but yeah, what am I doing? I don't need to do that on that bit. Yeah, so I'm going to work on the face, defining the tail a bit, just here, just a little. And we're going to take off 1 foxels on each side to follow a kind of snout shape at the front, if you can think of how the deer looks. I'm just thinking how thin I want this to be. This head looks a little bit thicker, so I will have to trim that down, but that's okay. I'll do that in a sec, but I will just show you just to trim 1 foxel away on each side till you got a kind of general shape of it. And you want to do that on the other side. It's kind of tricky to see on this side, but yeah, you just want to replicate that if you like it being symmetrical like I do. I know I just skipped ahead there, but don't worry, we're just going to trim off that edge, add the ear back on, and then we're just going to do the same as before, just get the foxels symmetrical to the other side and kind of even it off. That's all we're doing. You don't have to worry about if you miss a step or anything like that. This is just me just playing around with it. So what we got here with the eye is a little bit deeper on the side, just there, as you can see, like a little L shape at the top. That's the only difference between the last one. And I'm adding a little bit of foxels here and just taking away from it. It's fine. I have missed that ear, but I just want to focus on getting this snout central to the neck, because I just do not like it being off to the side. You don't have to do that at all. This is me being this is just me being me. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Now Mags, stop. Oh, the ear. We don't want to clip the ear, thank you. Okay, yeah, I am happy with that face front. I mean, you can leave it here. It's absolutely fine. But now I feel like we are going to slim up that neck a little bit more. And then, yeah, get the neck sorted. And it's about five foxels to trim off at the back. I don't know why I keep doubting myself. It's not gonna hurt anyone if I make any mistakes here. I'm going to shape it here so it looks kind of like more fur at the back. I mean, you can shape the back way more than I have and not have it flat and have it a little bit of curved. But I'm not going to do that because I want to kind of keep this more simplistic, not that it's helping much. Yeah, to me, that's fine. However, that may not be fine to you. You may want to add more to it. So I'm going to define this tail, trim it up a little bit, and soften the bottom so it actually looks like a little puffy tail. And now we've got one puffy tail. Now I'm going to add the weight of the legs. I want them to be more defined. I want them where you can see them. So I'm going to take off like this foxels and do 2 deep of these. So the 2x2s and 2 outwards. But you're going to have to trim away at the back of them because you get this sort of gap. If you're actually following exactly along. You may not have that. So yeah, I'm going to leave that at the front, maybe 2 foxels from the top. And I'm going to leave that for now. I'm just going to get the basic bulk of it. And now I want the back shape. I want it a little, well, exactly the same, but I want it a little bit higher. So I'm going to take off all the edging, add it on, and then I'm going to add 1 foxels higher than the front legs. Yeah, as you see, it doesn't look right. So just going to add 1 more foxel to it. And then I'm just going to replicate that on the other side. So now that we kind of replicated it, I'm just going to finish up the top bit and add the foxels. We've got the other side replicated. Now we can take away the middles of the legs if you want to, which I think I'm going to actually do now. Last time I left it right at the end, but we can just do that now. We want to leave the legs at least a 2x2s thick. That back looks a little bit off to me. Hold on a moment. Yeah, I didn't take it off enough. That's fine. Making sure I got the chisel tool. There we go. Alright, the back legs are now separated, and we can just do that. Back side looks too wide to me. That's okay, we can sort that out a bit later. We can just do the front. Okay, now we got separated legs. That back is annoying me. Okay, you can actually leave it here. But I am going to start softening the edges. I'm going to add this kind of curve. Well, it's not really a curve, but it's to simulate. And I'm going to soften the legs, soften the tail bit, and I'm going to soften and define the front chest a bit. Ooh, wrong tool. Yeah, so that's all I'm going to be doing is taking foxels off and just softening by adding and take away foxels with the legs and just going with what feels right. Okay, see, now that feels more like a leg. That would come out into a body. So I'm just going to kind of replicate that with the back leg, but the back leg is going to have way more work, I reckon, because the back side to me doesn't look right. Now I'm just going to play around with the back leg here. That doesn't look right to me. That looks a little bit too much like a staircase and not like the, is it an elbow joint? See, that looks a little bit better, but I don't like, yeah, that's fine. I may go quiet here because I will be just fiddling about. So I'm going to add like a sort of addition or voxel and take away some here. I'm just going to poke it out to like look like, you know, like the furry bits, like just a curve, like a oval shape to the back side to make it look like it's that fluffy bit just underneath the tail. Does that make sense? I hope so. I'm having a little bit difficulty seeing this at the moment for the lighting. I am sorry. I didn't choose the best location, or not location. What's the angle for the lighting? Yeah, see that kind of shape, curve, but stick the tail a little bit. But see, now that looks better. Now you kind of curve. The underside may need a little bit of work. I'm just gonna make this look a little bit softer. And that's all I'm doing. I'm just defining the edges now. Like I said before, you just want like an outline of the shape first, and then you want kind of define that line a little bit further, like the limbs and the head and stuff like that. And then you want to keep just adding and subtracting a little bit. I'm just going to take the shadow off it. Yeah, just for the limbs. Bit by bit. Don't focus on the end result. Focus on little steps at the beginning. So I'm just reviewing my work here, just making sure everything's kind of symmetrical. You don't have to keep symmetrical, as I said before. Your deer can be patterned. You can put little Bambi spots on it if you like. You can put it on a pedestal, like a stone, like an actual stone sculpture sort of mantle thing. I don't know what they're called. Split focusing on chiseling and talking. Just, yeah. See, the left side is wrong compared to the right side. But that's okay. I'm just going to fix that up. I have actually really enjoyed doing this one. I may alter it in the future, but just trying to copy the other leg. Taking the shadows off has worked a little bit, but not a whole great deal. Oh, now I've done that, I know that doesn't look like the other side, but I prefer that. Hold on. No, I prefer that side now to the other side. Yeah. See what I mean? You just play around with this sort of stuff. See if you like something, and if you don't, change it. I mean, there's so many art styles to get inspiration from. See, I like that now better than this side, so I'm going to change this side up. See, this is why I title my videos tutorial style, because I wouldn't call this a tutorial. This is me just chiseling and trying to help you gain knowledge of how to make your own one. But no, I would not call this a tutorial. Some may, some won't, but that's okay. We're all having fun. Okay, so that backside seems a little flat, doesn't it, with the shading? I can't see how. I got a lantern in my offhand and it's not helping. Right, let's look at this one. So this is quite, oh, I can't fucking see it, but you can kind of see it's smaller than what I've done. But I feel like mine feels more fluffy, even though they're blocks. So I'm just gonna kind of trim away at the bottom here to make it kind of look like it's curving under. No one's gonna see it. And I'm gonna add the curve, if you can call it a curve. I'm just going to take away the middle for the back bit. I'm not sure if these have that sort of thing, but I'm thinking of like, well, if you look at a horse and you look at the spinal structure, it kind of looks like it dips in the middle. And I think deers have the same kind of thing. I'm just going to soften the edges yet again, and I'm going to do the puffy front. No, I'm not. I'm going to thin out this neck. You may not like this, because I'm like, do I like that? I don't know if I like that. See, I like that because it looks smaller. I think it's just because I haven't done the front. Yeah, I think it's because I haven't done the front. It's 4 voxels that way, yeah, and 3 voxels the other way. Yeah, okay, so it's probably just because I haven't done that bit. Now, I keep coming back over here so you can see the differences, but also I'm a forgetful sod. I'm not going to copy it exactly, I kind of just want to go how I feel here. But you kind of know that sort of, it's kind of like a half oval shape, isn't it? In kind of, in my head, I'm thinking of like the Bambi's mother, or how they're animated, and it's kind of like almost like a heart shape, isn't it? When they do like fluffy fronts for animals, for the females anyway, it's kind of that sort of shape. So that's what I'm trying to work on here. And I think, yeah, I think that's okay. And then there's little tufty bits sticking out. Maybe I should actually look into what a deer looks like before chiseling. See, I like that curve. Do I want to deepen that curve though and attach it to the neck? No, I don't. No, that's too much. Too much. Too chesty. There we go. That's a little bit. That's a bit too rough. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's more. Just gonna take off the edges here. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, so there we go. We got the front tufts. We got that kind of added. I'm just playing around now. I enjoy chiseling too much. I am going to show you the steps. Hopefully you can see, I don't like that, sorry. Hopefully you can see the foxels. Just going to move around so you can see it all. And just all the sort of steps so you can pause. Take pictures if, oh god, that's not helpful, is it? We need to look at this shit. Right, so here are the steps. So you can take pictures. I'm gonna kind of angle it so you can see the foxels better in the light. Hopefully. And there we have it. We have a deer sculpture. You can obviously do it in granite stone or even mud, sown cob or sown dirt. I'm not sure which one that is, but it's like packed dirt. Okay, I hope this has been helpful and that you enjoyed it. Catch you later.